Patrick, as these derivatives were more and more known by at least insiders as being toxic, as not being mortgages that were backed by assets and income, that there was a very small likelihood that they were going to get paid off, that this whole, the top of this whole scam was going to be blown off. Goldman Sachs owned billions of dollars of these derivatives. And once they knew, and they may have known from the beginning, but when they knew that these derivatives were toxic, that they weren't going to pay off, that it could mean the downfall of Goldman Sachs. And this is all portrayed beautifully in the film Margin Call, which is available on Netflix, although it's fictionalized in terms of the characters. Man, does it get it right in terms of what Goldman Sachs did to their customers, their clients, to whom they owed fiduciary duties. Can you explain what happened here and what were the ramifications?
It's unbelievable, Rocky. Goldman Sachs, of course, as you might imagine, is a global investment firm. They have a lot of different types of clients. And so they had these, these securities that were going to blow up, and they knew it. And so what they did was they started doing, like you said, in Margin Call, they called their own clients. And they had a fiduciary duty to be honest to their clients, but instead they set them up like they were actually performing securities that their clients depended on the information that Goldman was selling them, and they knew it was going to blow up.
And did they call them and say, hey, this might be pretty risky. We think it's risky.
No.
We're going to disclose to you that we're getting rid of what we
No.
own?
No,
of course they didn't.
Just like everything else, it's illegal reps and warranties, and it's illegal.
Because they were watching out for themselves and not their clients.
That's right. And a lot of people thought that they did great by doing that. It's ridiculous.
Who thinks that they did great by doing that?
You've heard it in the aftermath of the 2008 great financial crisis. People give, in business media, credit to Goldman for what? Sabotaging their own clients? That's how bad it's gotten, Rocky.
Okay, and we're going to get to the solution of this problem, that there are firms that are considered too big to fail, because if they fail, it means our economy is going to be negatively impacted. This is why the likes of Goldman Sachs need to be torn in shreds. And we're going to get into that later. And I don't exaggerate that in terms of the importance of breaking up these firms that are considered too big to fail, because that whole notion that these firms had to be saved leads to this, I wouldn't even say amoral, I would say immoral view that they did the business-like thing to do, that they did the right thing to do when they were screwing their own clients.
Rocky, a lot of people call it moral hazard. That's kind of the industry standard. I call it financial terrorism.